The estimated SOF is
2,588.
we expect to be fighting for the podium. Five cars left to grid. You have 4 additional sets of tyres for this race. Be smooth and have a good run. Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
For the record, I didn't touch anything and I don't have access to anything.
Well, you're a view component as far as that goes, and it's doing that. There we go, and we're back to that same problem again. We're batting 1,000 here tonight, folks.
All right, man.
There
we're
we
going
go.
green next
All right,
time. Bye.
on the pole
All right,
position
man.
with a lap time of
Line up on the outside road.
27.610 seconds.
Test.
Conti Sim Performance. It's the number 31 of Zach Miller.
Audio was a little messed up there. I didn't have the
by
broadcast, but that's
92 thousandths of a second, almost a full tenth, but it'll be Brian McCann to his right elbow. Row number 2 will be Christian Strader and Josh Mears. Row 3, Gavin Hinson and Evan Vecchia.
175.
Row 4, Chuck Sweeting and Cameron Brownlow.
Get ready.
Row 5, Neil Quick and Casey Benz. Further down the line, in 11th, it'll be Slade Benish. 12th, Chris Wally. Really good qualifying effort here tonight. Mike Koch will start 13th. Kyle Hardy, 14th. 15th starter, Steve Luttrell. Devin Aker will roll off from the 16th position. 17th starter, it's Chris Harrison. 18th belongs to Jason Nilgis. 19th, Doug Wysocki. Chris Quick, 20th. Zachary Cleek, 21st. Timmy Schofield, 22nd. Kyle Turzak, going to be a long road to hoe here for the 56 at Turzak. He rolls off 23rd. Steve Durbin, 24th. Adam Benefield will start 25th. And shotgun on the field in the number 64.
Next car is the leader.
The Austin Beers machine will roll off in the 26th and final starting position. Your starting grid here for the Mets Shirt Shop 175.
Got one
Season
inside.
11, race 14 of the IROC Challenge Series.
Clear low, clear
Already
low.
out on the speedway. Pace car is actually already in pit lane, so we're going to get things underway here. Who's your pick here, Cole?
I got rear-ended.
Go, Gavin Hinson.
Green flag.
I said I'm going to go Brian McCann as the green flag is out. Millett with the lead out of turn number 2. The field works its way down the back straightaway for the first time. McCann there just a few feet off the back bumper of the 31. Then it's Josh Mears, Christian Strader, and Gavin Hinson. His lap 1 is in the books. And we are
Still
3
there.
wide already. Neil Quick in the middle of the sandwich. Slade Benish was
Still
all the
there.
way down on the bottom of the racetrack.
Wait, how low can you go? Let it
Still there. Hold your line.
Evan Vecchia getting into it. I think that was Neil Quick there a moment ago in the 2. It was him with a 93 of Benish.
Still there.
And Steve, just go at a lot of tracks we see.
Stay low.
Speedways, you have
You
the
just hit
yellow
the
line
box
or the
for
blue
flat.
line or
All
red line,
clear,
whatever
all
color
clear.
it
You are the
happens to
leader.
be.
Outside.
And it's
Got my
up
point.
Clear high,
here
clear high.
at Phoenix, as you can see, if it's paved, you can run it. And a lot of guys have found that
He'll be back, though.
on the flat track gain a little bit of time on fresher tires, but as the run goes on, you're likely
That is one of my
to see guys
bonus points.
migrate back up onto the banking and they run the dog leg as normal.
Battle for the race lead. Brian McCann to the bottom of the racetrack was quite a ways off in qualifying, at least compared to the pole sitter Zach Millett, but very quickly here, lap 4, making a move for the top spot. And don't look now, the 36 of Casey Mears going to try to follow McCann on through for the second position.
Josh Mears able to let him go, not run up too high, burn his tires off. That's the name of the game here at Phoenix, is save, save, save. You are never, ever go hard to gain speed. You are just managing your tires the entire run.
Could that be what Millett is up to right now? Just try to take care of it, let a couple of laps here just settle in?
I would imagine so. However, you don't want to get too far back in the pack and get into dirty air, because that will just shred your tires even worse.
Stream chat already busy. We always appreciate that. Got Playa Jamesable waving the hand. We got Evil King 6283 cheering on Gavin Hinson, Michael Murray, Cameron Brownlow, Tom Janikowski waving the checkered flag, and Timmy Hanley FCR says, "Let's go Millett, America Racing." We're now back to
Feels good now, but I know it's not going to feel good around lap 30.
Here's Christian Strader in a bit of a battle now. 29 on the bottom of the race.
We're going to see what happens.
Strader machine.
You're way up the racetrack before there. I don't know if you maybe missed the corner a little bit or overdrove it. Able to hang on to it, not get into the wall, but that.
Yeah, I've got way too big of a gap here to be saving my tire.
Still a side-by-side fight between Mears and Strader.
All that pavement, they don't leave you a lot of room in the corners.
Oh, Mears tried to come down on the 29. Almost some contact between the two.
Driving out of 1 and 2, or traditionally 3 and 4, the flat part of the track, you have to use all the racetrack. You don't want to have any wheel input, any more wheel input than you just absolutely have to have. And so a common Vince tactic used when you're running the upper groove is you just kind of pinch down over the guy below you. It takes a little bit of air off the right side of the car, but it also forces them to turn the wheel a little bit more. If they're battling a tight front end, loose rear end, that will really upset the balance of the race car and force them to lift. Overdo it, spin out below you.
Through all that, Millen has taken over the third position again now from Christian Strader. Took advantage of that battle between him and Mears. Millen now back to P3. But he's been settling in, letting everything equalize tire pressure wise, and then we get back after it here. Looks plenty strong here tonight at Phoenix. Gavin Hinson now working his way, still in the 5th position where he started, maybe being calculated about all this as well. Care of his stuff.
Steve, I'm looking at the leaderboard already. We start lap 11, and there is nearly been an entire second of fall off, about 17 to a full second of fall off of pace between the top 5 from the start of the race. That's how much the tires wear here at Phoenix Raceway. So again, we're gonna beat this horse to death. Tire management all night.
I gotta ask you, Paul, how do you feel about this open dogleg, the way that NASCAR's got this thing laid out? I'm personally not a fan of it.
I miss Green Phoenix. I'll say that much. It is fun from an entertainment perspective, seeing guys go 6, 7, 8 wide. But yeah, I miss grass at Phoenix Raceway.
I miss the Phoenix that had a pedestrian bridge.
You miss Phoenix that didn't have a wall on turn 2.
Yeah, well. Hinson making some moves here. Strader for the 4 spot. Strader back on throttle to the outside. That's the problem here, Coltos. These guys are all racers. It is very difficult to be disciplined to not try and race that guy who's definitely faster or seems faster when you think you're the faster of the two. But when you do such a thing, that's when you start burning off those tires.
Yeah, every driver always thinks that they're faster than the guy around them. I specifically remember a battle that I had with Bobby Hamilton Jr. We were stuck behind David Bradford. And of course, David was doing David things and was just gone. And he and I were back there fighting over second place. And I felt like I was faster, so I spent 3 laps racing side by side with him, passed him. And then he started running faster lap times than me instantly. And then he would dive down there and race for 3 or 4 laps. And he'd go. And by that point, David had gained 5-6 seconds on us. And so you've got to, especially early on, you've got to know when to let the guy go.
Figured it'd be around lap 30, but hell, this lap 16 he's going to catch for 17.
Racetrack like Phoenix Raceway. Otherwise, you're going to have a miserable night trying to fight that right front tire.
Talking about a guy that's not saving anything right now, the 56 of Kyle Turzak, driving like his hair's on fire. He's out of cigarettes. He's up 10 positions in just the first 16 laps.
Are we surprised, Steve?
No.
You can already see, guys, they're getting off the bottom here. I'm gonna screw this up the entire night. In 1 and 2, you can see them already working their way up to the top of the track, like I talked about during the warm-up session, and then staying right on the yellow line. And what is now 3 and 4. So they're losing grip already. They're trying to work their way up. This is one of the few racetracks that running the upper route actually saves your tires more than running the bottom.
Meanwhile, Zach Millett has made short work of Strader and Mears. Mears lost 2 spots, and now Millett up to the 2nd spot as he sets his sights back on the race lead. Now, going back to your confusion about the corners here, Colt, if you look at the safety barrier, they're all labeled. I know words are hard. It's all right, I'll screw it up tonight too, don't worry about it.
But when you have the same track for 30 years or whatever it was, and then they decided to flip it upside down, old habits die hard.
Well, this is the 8th year that we've had this layout, believe it or not.
It's all right. I still say turn 4 at Pocono sometimes.
Oh, there you go. I do it too. So now we're going to have a battle for the race lead here. Millett's chopped another 10th out of the race lead for Brian McCann. Last laps for these two. McCann was a half-tenth slower than the 31, so Zach's slowly working his way back to the back bumper of Brian McCann.
I think Zach has started to turn things up just a bit. The other guys, Hinson, Strader, Mears, might have burned their tires off just a little bit more than they wanted to. Millett, like we talked about, was saving his tires. I think McCann is probably just pacing himself. You didn't see him run away too far. I don't think he was further than 7/10 out from 2nd place. But I think he's just kind of pacing himself, waiting for Millett to come up there because he knows he's going to get there eventually.
We saw some lightning fast laps in the warm-up session. I want to go back and look at it if we can, but I think these guys are running quicker in the warm-up than they ran in qualifying. That said, they're nowhere near those times right now here in race trim. Brian McCann ran a 29.96 as his fastest lap. Zach Millett's fastest to 28.14. I think Zach got down into the low 23s in the warm-up session, so there's definitely more available for pace and speed out of these guys, but as you've said it so much tonight already, Cole, taking care of these tires, trying to make sure that they live all the way to the end of the fuel run. That's the other question. But the fuel load is 75%. Is fuel actually going to be the primary reason to pit, or is it just going to be simply tires wore out? We got to come down and change them.
Too early for tires? I don't even know how many sets we get.
Compound is on these B cars, and I also didn't get a chance to jump in the garage.
What's that?
Ask about
4 sets.
stint links, easy for me to say. But I mean, feel like there's going to be a split strategy.
What do you think, Brian?
The guys who do know how to manage tires. Oh, we got
Make sure your lap one time real quick.
Chris Quick, Steve Durbin,
Not taking tire.
and Doug Wysocki involved in our first yellow of the night. Want to make note here, Austin Beers, Adam Benefield did not take the green flag here tonight, so they'll be credited with 25th and 26th position.
3, 2, 1.
And
Right
just
here.
like that, pit road opened very quickly. Not even time to go to the replay. So we'll
All right,
watch the
that's it.
stops
Go.
here, see what these guys opt to do. I don't know, we got what,
Line
20
up,
some
single
laps,
file.
21
It's
laps
the
under
eight
green
car.
here. Does anybody go fuel only and save a set? They got 4 to work with.
I wanted to
If
save
you
us
don't
up.
take
We only
more
got
tires
4.
here, you are in serious trouble.
with
I
you.
know it's a long race, but no caution is guaranteed. I feel
We're going to get outrun
You
big time.
But if everybody goes fuel only,
I know,
we'll be
I'm
fine,
terrified. I just want to survive to then
Steve, no one ever.
maybe 15, 20 laps and hopefully we get another
Right?
caution.
Well, he's
It's a
got the
movie
right
quote in
side
there.
in the air. Brian McCann drops it. He goes fuel only.
Oh, Brian, I'm so sorry for what's about to happen to you, buddy.
Gavin Hinson went fuel only as well. So did Neil Quick.
Broadcast knows what's
Varying
up.
strategies
Broadcast
up and
knows
down
what's
pit
about
road.
to
Looks like
happen.
Timmy Schofield went fuel
Yeah.
only also.
I just thought it was 150 left.
Yeah,
Boy.
150 left.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
Well,
All
let's
right,
go
man,
back and
line
see
up
what
on the
put us
inside
under our
row.
first caution of the night. Chris Quick was
think it's too
involved in
early to
that
take
one.
tires, honestly.
If we can pull it up here. There we
Yeah,
go.
I mean, we're going to get,
Maybe.
we're going in the back here for sure. Hopefully the
Yeah.
end of the race will be a little bit different.
This happened way out in front of the four.
Don't run over us. We got old tires.
Go too many laps down or
Mixed
something.
Up in it. May have started between Durbin and Wysocki, so we'll try this.
Restart in a
ready?
second, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Off
Oh,
turn 2, contact.
Spin too much.
start.
Shit.
Where's your tire wear?
Taking notes.
88.93.
Alright,
87 front right.
Should we say it?
So if you got to say something, say it.
The 34 didn't hit the wall hard enough to break anything in the right front. That was an awful sharp hook to the left.
Green, green, green.
It appears Durbin was going up thinking that the 34 was going to be higher up, and unfortunately
What's
he
up
wasn't.
with that?
Dude, you came down into me. I'm staying on the track.
Let's watch it in
What are you
real
doing?
time, and Cole, you
Yeah,
give us
one
your
inside.
opinion here on the steering wheel, Trace.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
No, I
Clear
don't.
low,
Miller,
clear
take
low.
time.
Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Don't let nobody run over you.
We're gonna go back green
And then
here.
you're coming down into me.
Yeah, 10-4.
Good job. The next car is the leader. You got one inside.
I'm running
The leader
outside.
did a
Say that.
28.
They got plenty of room down there.
6. Stay high. Stay
Running my
high.
line.
Clear low, clear low. You got one
Brian
inside.
McCann, hang on for dear life, buddy.
Stay high.
Millet's
You're
on
in the
2
top
tires
side.
here. Actually, no, Millet
All
went 4.
clear, all clear.
The
Inside.
difference. Quickly,
Still
31
there.
back to
Towards
the
the
point.
line. Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
I guess the
That was
question
long.
is how
Stay high.
I thought of being a tire advantage rather than disadvantage.
You can, knowing you've got all of your tires
Stay
still
high.
over pit
There's a car
wall,
on the low side.
but you're going to want to caution here. I would
All
say
clear,
no
all
more
clear.
than 20 more laps, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you want
You
at
try-
this point
try
you need
again.
the run to go long enough that everyone else is going to have to bolt on tires, which was about 20 laps or so for that first caution. And,
All right, man. Caution
That's
is
gonna
out.
be a new
Caution
low
is
for
out.
the 88
Line up
on the
spots right
platform.
now.
Pit road is closed.
Right now, he's got to make sure that he is
Checking out the pace car.
for because he's going to be considerably slower.
Pit
We're
road is
looking
now
at
open.
What do you think, Brian?
Its last lap time was a 20.
I was only about, what, 3 laps?
Compared to McCann's 28.8. So he is
5 laps
Yeah,
there.
taking
my
time.
bad.
The
I
right front
didn't
tires
click the
on
brake
fire.
when
Not
you
to
did
mention
there.
it
I
just
kinda
went
got
Don't do what I say. A lot of
Probably
times I'm doing the
not
wrong
real
thing.
with them anyway. These tires will have a tendency
There's the
to.
caution.
Hey, just letting you know, when you did that stupid shit, you ended up wrecking an innocent person. So if you have beef with me, at least wreck me when I'm by myself.
Now here's the dilemma.
Those are wild accusations, man.
McCann may have realized
Stream
how
Deck.
terrible the idea was to go with fuel only, but this
Ain't
caution
working.
coming
I
out
don't
a
know.
little
I
bit
just
sooner
don't
than
think it
maybe he
really-
would have wanted, because even if he pits now,
would go
for
down
the
and get
tires,
tires.
he's still
I don't
gonna
know
lose
if
a
it
ton.
really
Well, it's
matters.
pretty obvious. You drive me up
Yeah,
the track,
way too
and
soon
then
for McCann.
I
He
make
needed
a clean
handful
move
more
under you,
laps.
never touch you, and then you get pissed off and you
Because
rear
right
end
now
me
he
2
could
corners
come
in
in
a
and
row.
take tires and get back on strategy.
You
but
keep
he's
me
gonna
updated
I think
on
you're still mad from the restart, man. I
the,
just held my line.
pace car.
Car 34.
Well, just
a
get
minute
Dog, let it by on the
and
outside.
10 seconds.
Action crash after that.
I think you're mad that I used the apron to
Maybe
pass you
Schofield
cleanly
appeared to
and
get the
still
worst
bleeded the
end of
result.
Kyle, you're on controller.
Talk about a
Tell
good
him to
save
shut
from
up.
Kyle Hardy, though. He got punted into the corner, catches the inside wall, and is able to get traction back before he slammed into the outside wall.
Past the
At least
56.
too hard.
The only thing I'll
Past
say is you know when Jason's mad.
Past the
He's not
56.
mad right now.
Past the
I think McCann,
Work that joystick.
I think, made a poor decision in terms of his pit strategies. We'll watch Kyle Hardy here.
Your pedals is always breaking.
Just got the inside wall and then the right front into the Schofield machine.
Just barely kisses the outside wall. That you don't do that very often in Phoenix. You don't get away with that.
All right, man. We're going green next time by. All right, man.
So McCann
Line up
keeps
on the
it out on
outside
the
At least we're
road.
going to be on the outside.
The good news is I was,
Gamble a little bit longer here at Phoenix Raceway and maybe get another caution.
Zach wasn't really able to get to my
I want
bumper
These guys with fresh
when we
rubber
were
burn
running.
their stuff off a little bit before he comes down to pit.
Yeah, that'll do it, Zach.
Short-term
Kyle.
gain for long-term gain. What do you think?
I'm not a fan of not taking tires at
ready?
all unless you are 100% confident you are going to get a caution to land
All right,
at
man.
the right time.
Pace car's in.
I've
Gavin,
had
you're
it
on
bite
older,
me
you're
both
new.
ways. It's
Or,
worked
I
out
mean,
in my
too.
favor, and it's more often than not screwed me over. And
Old.
unfortunately, I think McCann kind of boxed himself in here because he can either go to the back and be stuck in traffic and burn his tires up coming back up to the front, or just try not to bleed too many spots and get back on cycle with everyone else. But I think his chance to get off cycle and have a fresh set of tires is
Green,
gone.
green, green.
His car heads to pit lane. Again, this is turn 2.
Inside. Clear low,
That's
clear
where the
low.
pace car will enter pit lane. A very unorthodox in all aspects Asymmetrical corners, start-finish line in the middle of a dog leg. And it's not your traditional dog leg like Charlotte or Texas. And pit entry in turn 2.
Hey, I got a black flag for entering a collision pit. I'm sort of confused by it because I entered when the pit was open.
The leader just did a 28.418.
Everybody onto the apron.
Well, look at Kyle Turzak knocking on the door of a top 5 already here. 32 laps in. He did take 4 tires on that first caution.
Yeah, that. Speaking of pit strategies, that caution played right into his favor, the lap 22 caution, because he
got one inside
this stuff up quite a bit.
Stay high.
The car in T2 just set the fastest lap.
And then caution comes out, get fresh the tires on.
847 still there.
Because my line of thinking was, with it being a natural 3-stopper, at the end of the race, if some cautions come out, I might be the only guy with a set.
Has jumped up to the 2nd position. Then it's Josh Beers, Evan Vecchia, Casey Bentz, your top 5. Turzak runs in the 6th position. McCann hanging on to 7th for now.
That'd be nice. If it had happened.
McCann's only advantage that he can possibly use are the heat cycles going through his tires, because those heat cycles will age a set worse than you think, especially at a place like Phoenix.
I was letting them have it too.
They'll get really hot and sticky, and they'll be picking up rubber, and then all of a sudden they'll cool down 50, 60 degrees, and all that hot and sticky rubber that was on the racetrack shredding off the tires is now stuck to the rubber of the tire, and so you see guys weaving back and forth. They're a lot of times trying to scrub that stuff off the tires, get as much of the contact patch back on the track as they can. But it also builds heat back up in them, kind of wakes them back up again. But McCann trying to keep his tires a lot cooler, not real worried about all the rubber. He can get that off after the start.
I want to make another note here on Kyle Turzak. He just lost a spot there to Christian Strader. I know we always talk about how aggressive the 56 is at just about every track we go to, but is he now realizing,
still there.
I bolted on that set of tires a little earlier than a lot of us wanted to, but it was kind of a necessity.
All clear.
So I just kind of ride out here in the top 10 till the next round of tire changes.
All clear.
That would be a good strategy, in my opinion. I think once you get up there, you have to realize, okay, the lap times that I was running, I can't do that anymore. I've got to back it down. Otherwise, I'm going to
The leader did a
28.358.
have a net loss and fall back into the top 15 to the top 20 just from the tires going back. So yes, he needs to back it down, manage that right front tire, manage the right rear tire just a little bit coming out of turn 4 at that time. And
Still there.
I think that would be the best thing for him to do. Plus, right about now is where the track's really going to start to change. It's going to start rubbering up. It's going to start getting a lot more sticky, like I was just talking about with all the rubber on the track. You're going to see guys like we see Slade Benish working his way up to the top, trying different lines, trying to find grip, and while still maintaining the tire saving.
Zach Millett, Slade Benish, the top 2 right now. Last 2 laps, they've been separated by only 100th of a second. The 93 has been faster each time. This time across the stripe, though, Millett picks it back up, puts a 10th on the number 93.
You see that late entry by Benish there in the corner. It's such a weird corner entry because when you go off
Clear low.
corner, kind of just throw the car straight and you're not turning until you're almost to the wall, and it's such a weird thing to do because you're like that wall is bright blue and it's getting bigger and bigger. Last second the car will hook up and then you turn the wheel and it takes off, but it's almost like I was gonna say Darlington or Old Bristol, but it's really unique all its own because you literally drive straight to the wall and just hope the car turns.
you kind of classify that as a high arc?
Yeah, it's a high entry, and then you kind of arc it down late. Really, the closest thing I could relate it to is Dover, where you have that really high entry, slow apex, slow middle of the corner, and then put the car down and just drive it straight off.
Further down the line.
Now, if this goes caution free from here, I'm
zero of Mike Koch. He's up 3 spots. Brian McCann, meanwhile, has slipped only to 11. Doing all he can is muscle that car and keep it in a reasonable position on the racetrack. Self-inflicted torture by the 3. Going to the stream chat, though. Evil King back in there. Hinson, let's go. Hell yeah. Robbie Adams, let's go 39. We got, say, Reiner Racing. Let's go Strader and Luttrell. And Margaret cheering on Slade
The
Bennett.
leader just did a 28.917.
What McCann needs right about now, he needs a caution within from now to about 10 laps from now, because that would put him at such an offset. It's going to back Millet up into a corner. He's not going to want to use his second set of tires 50 to 60 laps into this race. I think Millet will try to save a set along with several other guys, but I feel like if that caution does come out in the next 10 to 15 laps, you'll see the field split. And Brian McCann will for sure be on pit road, but I think we'll see a handful of other guys try to just get off strategy a little bit, see if they can't get the faster guys like Mears, like Schrader, Millet, see if they can't bury them in traffic and upset their cars handily. Right now, Millet is starting to drive away just a bit.
It's really going to put Zach on the defensive here, at least strategy-wise. I think, I mean, he's usually got a live spotter up there, so I think that particular person is helping him out as far as the strategy is concerned as well. So I'm sure he's seeing the same things that we are. We know Millet can handle it, but you know who loves to be out in front of the field. He's continuing to lead now. He's stretched his advantage to a full second now.
Stay high.
Talking to Zach pre-race. The comment was, we got to get good track position to start this. Of course, he did just that with the pole.
Stay high. There's the car on the
low
low side.
Doesn't necessarily be back in traffic, so we'll see. Might be forced to. Strategy that Brian McCann might be working on.
And again, Phoenix is a notoriously difficult place to pass. You might be able to pull the pass off, but you're going to hurt your tires significantly if that guy tries to race you in any way, shape, or form. And if he does try to race you, you might be side by side for 3 or 4 laps before you finally gain enough momentum or put him in a bad enough position to get clear and get away. So Millet's going to try his best to not have any traffic, even lap traffic if at all possible.
We'll watch this battle for 15th now between Jason Nilges and Steve Durbin. You'll see the 39 of Gavin Hinson a little further down the running order than he wants to be right now, but he's also one of those drivers that went fuel only on that first caution. Even with that, he's making a move to the inside for position on Durbin. Those two drivers at the same
I wouldn't mind a caution right now.
Concerned, or maybe not. Looks like Durbin maybe have come down on that second caution at lap 30 to top off. Don't know for sure if he took tires on the first stop, but Jason Nilges, who is just battling with Durbin, well, he does have 4 fresh tires, and Durbin's able to hang with him. So maybe everybody getting to a point of equality as far as the tire wear is concerned.
28.911.
Yeah, I would agree, and I completely missed that Hinson on that stop watching, because I was so surprised that McCann did it, and Hinson does the same thing. He's also looking for a caution in the next couple of laps, because that would for sure put him and McCann at least back up in the top 5, I would imagine.
Question in the stream chat, Robbie Adams asking, what's the lap time difference between Millet and McCann? Last lap for the 31 was a 28.91. Brian McCann ran a 29.14. So as we were just kind of talking about, tire wear starting to become a little more equal as we get deeper into this run. Been under the green flag here since about lap 31, so we're getting to that point where we've run about the same that first run to the first caution. So guys took tires after that one. Some obviously didn't, but now I think that the favor is falling back towards Brian McCann here.
And if he was able to keep those tires cool and not run them very hard at all in either of those runs, yeah, it's going to start to affect him a little bit. These tires are very temperature sensitive. They're not just wear sensitive as far as the tread's concerned, but you want to keep your tires below about 250 degrees if you can. Whatever tire the car is leaning on, whether that be the right front or right rear. Once you get above that, the tire starts to slip. It starts to break the traction. It goes past the slip angle, and if you're going in a straight line.
What do you think about pitting, Brian?
Left.
I was trying to do math in my head, and I suck at that while I'm racing.
To slide out underneath the front of it.
Well, if we get about, let's say we get 60 laps of fuel, so I'm thinking it's somewhere around that.
And
in a couple laps,
as much track,
3 laps, we should be able to pit.
As much track will
to be inside the 2-stop.
Earlier Phoenix
time frame.
Battle for third.
I'd honestly want to run maybe
and Josh Mears.
10 more laps.
Both drivers on the same tire strategy.
Just kind of
Christian Strader into the picture.
Brainstorming a little bit.
A little bit of contact.
Just running back here is not fun. Gotta do something about it.
They are bunching up here, so I got hope.
Strader couldn't keep it turning down at the bottom of the corner. Slid up the racetrack just a bit. Loses a car length and a half, maybe 2 now.
So I think you go, what, maybe 2 laps down here?
Banking in front of Mears.
That's what I don't want to happen. Go 2 laps down and caution comes out. That's hurt.
You'll see that a lot tonight. That exit of 4. Again, oddly enough, Dover is the next closest you can compare it to. There's a lot of room in 3 and 4, the flat side of the track. You can work all of those lanes, but you will funnel down to 1 lane at the exit.
I think I might start passing people here shortly.
Just increasing here lap after lap. He ran a 29 flat last time to Slade Benish. The second place machine is 29.24, so a quarter second a lap, at least right now for Millen. He's got 4.2 back to the second position. Runs a 28.97 this time. Benish will cross start to finish. He runs a 29.44, so that's doubled now.
Ooh, I should have put on tires.
On the racetrack, is he coming to pit lane? No, he's just changing.
Like my brother Kevin said, you don't ever listen about pit strategy.
I'll never do it again.
That lane that he took, that line he ran there. And
oh, that's hilarious.
Kind of reminds me of how you used to have to run New Hampshire.
Yeah, dipping down onto the apron, and we even see it in the cup.
Watch it go green from here. That's going to
now where they'll, truck series for that matter, where they'll get down below that yellow line and run the whole corner on the flat and not rely on the banking to help the car turn.
Benish searching for grip. Didn't do it that time. It was above the yellow line in 1 and 2. Terzak's running him down here. Car length and a half between second and third. His lap 59 goes up on the board. We're going to step aside here. Going to track limit side-by-side break out of the way. Stay with us. You won't miss a thing. We'll be right back.
Thanks, guys. You're clear, man.
Smart transportation, smart logistic management.
Got one inside.
All your shipping needs.
Say hi, there's the car on the low side.
Transport shipments, full service.
Say hi, there's the car on the low side.
Chuck, take the bottom right here.
Just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers.
Say hi, there's the car on the low side. Clear low, clear low.
Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Smart Logistics
Inside.
LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC series.
Clear low, clear low. Inside. Say hi.
Visit us at smart-logistics.net.
Still there? Hold your line. The leader just did a 29.023. All clear, all clear. You're in the top 10.
everybody's gonna have to pit here in about 20 laps anyway.
Need insurance coverage that's built for speed? Frank Yea's office in South Charleston has your back. Whether you're blazing down the highway, protecting the home you've built, or
you thinking about going?
Family, we've got the coverage you need. Auto, home, life, fast, simple, and made for you.
I'm thinking about going.
QR code on your screen now to explore all our services and start a free quote today. Lock it in, save it for later. Call us at 304-744-7700.
The heck out of them.
Stay low.
Until it doesn't.
Still there. All clear, all clear. Got one outside.
I don't know
You're
what
clear
to do
high,
here.
clear high.
I got short pitted last week and I lost, so I don't know.
I'll be the guinea pig. Yep.
Let me know how many laps you go down.
I'm going to say 2.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2,
Damn bull of a giant shot, boy.
right here.
88's coming to pit road, 81's coming to pit
Zach
road.
Millett continues to lead, and a 6.6 second advantage back to now Kyle Turzak in second as Brian McCann finally gives it up. Comes to pit lane under green flag conditions to finally bolt on his first set of tires.
All right, that's it.
Absolutely going to go down a lap here, but curious to see. We've been under the green now for, I think, 36 laps. You may see some other drivers opt to do the same.
Yeah, we're for sure going to see Gavin Henson and any of the other guys who took 2 or fuel tires.
The leader just did a
28.993.
2 tires or fuel on that last caution. We got a couple guys who are now. Niall just Durbin, they still can't seem to get away from each other.
I'm only 1 lap down.
Here's on his last stop, so this might
Going to pit road this time.
Millett's 8 seconds behind me.
here for Brian McCann. Slipped down a ways in the running order, but again, short-term pain, long-term gain. He's got an extra set of tires sitting there, and he's got other guys that were on a tire strategy in pit lane at the same time.
Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
I'm just curious, does this pull Zach Millett down, or is Zach even thinking about McCann right now?
That was your fastest lap of the session.
I figured from the pace he was running, he was trying to set up for a green flag pit stop. Because a caution right now would be disastrous for Millett, because he would lose that entire gap he has built on Terzak right now. He would likely come down and take tires. I believe that's Gavin Henson on pit road right now.
Henson and Neil Quick. Be a good idea for Millett to come down and pit at this point. He's got such an advantage already on everybody else. I think now is the time to give up that track position. Come down, take the tires, get back out there. You're absolutely right. That 7.4 seconds that he's built up will just vaporize if the yellow comes out. Yeah, he'll get a chance to put tires on it, and yeah, it might put McCann a lap down. But we got lots of racing left here. Still over 100 laps remain here at Phoenix Raceway, so lots can happen.
Stay low.
But on the pace difference already, Brian McCann's last
You're
lap
pulling away
was
from the car behind. The gap is 3.5
to Zach Millett's
seconds.
28.99.
There you go. I will say the fact that Millett's still running 29 flats here, relatively impressive. Terzak's running 29.31. He's running second.
Chris Wally on pit road.
Chris Wally on pit lane.
All clear, all clear. Got one outside. You're clear high, clear high. Outside.
If I'm Zach, I would want to come down early
Stay
in
low,
this
there's a
cycle
car on the high side.
to get ahead of him. But it seems to me
Stay
like
low,
he's
there's a car
trying
on
to
the high
run
side.
long.
You're clear high,
And
clear high.
I'm not really sure
Outside.
what he would gain from this.
My only thought to it is if he runs long,
All
it puts
clear,
the
all
tires
clear.
that he bolts
Outside.
on at an
All
advantage
clear, all
over
clear. The car
McCann
in front
for
is
the
pitting.
long haul
Outside.
of this next tire run. But again,
clear,
it's a bit of a gamble. Cross your fingers for no yellows for that to really pay off. But we've had a pretty clean race. We only had 2 cautions in these 73 laps.
The leader
So
did
that might be a good strategy.
29.002.
It could be, yeah. I mean, Millet is 100% betting on this race going green from here to the checker flag.
The car behind.
McCann, I think, is expecting at least 1 yellow. But McCann is also still technically at a tire advantage. He's what I would call half a set ahead. Almost like in baseball.
Got one outside.
Half a game behind.
Stay low,
whatever.
there's
They
a car
just
on the high
haven't
side.
You're pulling
had
away
a
from the
chance
car
to.
behind.
Millet hasn't had a chance to bolt on that other set of tires,
You're clear high,
but he's going to
clear
be
high.
required to at some point in time. So
Even still, though, we got 101 laps to go here. Millet still has 3 sets of tires parked
car in
over the
front
wall.
is
So
pitting.
at this point, I don't necessarily see the advantage of an extra set over the wall unless things get real crazy here in the late stages of this race where we have a bunch of cautions kind of opening up pit lane. Opportunity to utilize a fresher set. But again, as you said, Millet kind of gambling that this thing's going to run green to the end. He's good in the tire category. Yes, he may finish this race with a set still laying if it runs green.
Complete some idiot.
with the pace he's running, he's going to have that set
You're
laying
clear
at pit
high,
road.
clear high.
Now another thing that McCann could be doing is he could be trying to and utilize that. And I say
Inside.
McCann because he was the lead car. There's other cars in this strategy,
Still
such
there.
as Hinson,
All clear,
namely, but he could be trying to split the stint in half. This is something we see at, again, high tire degradation tracks like Dover and Phoenix, where it is an advantage, even with this long pit road, to come down, take another set of tires about halfway through the run or so. That way you can be going as fast as you can for as long as you can before those tires fall off.
And here, Millet's trying to put Schofield a lap down here because McCann's in the lucky dog position right now. If Zach can get through, it kind of buys him a little bit of insurance here. If the caution comes out, McCann's going to get trapped a lap down still. Schofield, though, able to hold him off. He came down to lap 29 after his incident put us under the caution, so he's got slightly fresher tires underneath him.
The car in P21 just set the fastest lap. 27.734.
Nearly got the wall at the dog leg there.
So now Schofield, the first car, 1 lap down. The top 10 on the lead lap. Everybody else -1 or more.
That happened. Brian McCann just ran the fastest lap of the race at 27.79. He's not safe.
Nope. I think you might be working that split the stage type situation. Obviously, we don't run stages here at
The
IROC,
leader
but
just did a
split the stint.
29.023.
That would be the only way he could make this work if it does go green to the end.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear.
And historically here at IROC, where we get a slew of early cautions, it tends to run
Got one
green
inside.
all the way till the end.
Stay
If
high.
there's a caution, it's usually with about between
Clear low,
6
clear low.
and 10 laps
All right,
to
man,
go.
caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single
Look at
file.
that.
But at
Your
that
road is
point,
closed.
do tires
Extra
really matter?
34 car.
Millet's been on the green here, or at least on this set of tires, for now 57 laps. Terzak's the same strategy, so is Sweeting, Strader.
Tim
Peters,
stole
pretty much
the
everybody there
lucky
from top
dog.
10 has not come to pit lane since our first caution at lap 23. And all things considered here, looking at that pit stop strategy, Terzak, and the caution comes out. Forget the strategy, it doesn't matter anymore. Kyle Hardy in trouble. Smoke coming out the hood of the 35, and he'll tow to pit lane. So the
Pit road is
caution
now
comes
open.
out, and I am pretty certain that that traps Brian McCann a lap down.
Not
His
ideal.
heart just sank. I was watching the track map, and I thought it might have been like a transmitter glitch or something. I saw someone slow on the track, and I was like, could this be it? But Steve, I don't know that this still played into Zach Millet's hand yet.
Yeah, I got to start in the back of the pack.
Okay, that's interesting. That makes the Wysocki incident look like nothing. Let's try this from another angle.
Can I put the broadcast
Neil Quick
on?
there at the end.
Yeah, I see Neil Quick is in pit lane with some pretty heavy damage. Trying to get a better angle on this to see what happened here.
Oh, I can see what's happening.
Car 12. Got
Watch
the
the
dog.
88
Let him
into
by
the
on the
back bumper.
outside.
Into the back bumper.
I said move. I said get out of the way. Move, damn it. That's an unfortunate incident, and Neil Quick just with nowhere to go. Caught up in another mess. It's not his fault.
It's been the story for the two this season. Many of the times this IROC Challenge Season 11.
Still a one-stopper, so...
Millen in pit lane, likely to take 4 tires and fuel here. Going back to the stream chat a little while back. Buddy is in front of that 88. He wrecked Hardy 3 times before finally wrecking him into another car. The 88 is a menace. That is a quote. That is not my opinion. That's from quite some time ago. That's not related to this. But then Robbie Adams jumps in and says, well, you talked it up, Shady.
Yeah, that was...
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
In
All right,
my
man,
opinion,
line
I
up on
didn't
the
really see
inside
anything
row.
wrong
Pit road
with
is
him
closed.
bumping him out of the way. But then, I mean, Steve, you know this as a racer. The right hook is the ultimate sign of disrespect. I mean, you can get away with brake checking someone, and it's not as bad as a right hook. So
now the benefits here, we're not going to kill anybody in iRacing, but at the same token, I mean, you both
Are you going to green this time?
strap a helmet
Yeah,
on.
one to green.
Sometimes you see red when tempers flare. It happens.
It's a
We get it.
34
We've been
car.
there.
All right, man. 8 cars in.
But definitely something more to the story there between the 88 and the 35.
well, Steve, the kind of the running joke about race car drivers is we very clearly have something wrong with us to
absolutely.
do what we do. But when you strap that helmet on, all the voices go away. And when I say all of them, including the ones that keep you out of trouble.
Except for the one that says wreck 'em. Wreck 'em.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah. That one you can still hear a little bit.
Well, Millen
Inside.
cycles back to
Keep
the
it
race
up.
lead after
Keep
the
it
pit
up.
stop.
Keep
Space
it.
car
Clear
heads to
low,
pit
clear
lane.
low.
And we got this long backstretch to go down before we get back underway. And there's a lot of cars not caught up to the field there. I'm wondering if they're going to throw the caution and wave this off.
We've seen them do that in the past.
Got one outside.
It
Stay low.
appears they're going to go green. Going to be a huge equipment effect.
Stay low.
Flag.
The leader just did a
They got caught up last minute.
4, 6, 1. Stay low.
Ryan McCann going to do his best Kyle Busch restart impression. Already at full
Still
speed
there.
for else can.
And somehow through the waiver rounds, it looks like Ryan
Clear
McCann
high,
did
clear
get
high.
back onto the lead lap. So he's shown in 11th
Inside.
position, a lead lap car. So he's not out of this
Stay
yet.
high. Clear low, clear low.
Valno alongside Casey Benz. Benz in the blue, number 27.
Two guys we haven't really talked about tonight. I've been kind of watching them out of the corner of my
Car
eye.
29.
Both had pretty
Taking
solid
the
runs.
lead.
Kyle Terzak sitting directly behind him.
Terzak with a lengthy pit stop on this yellow flag. I'm not sure if he got a penalty. It was 50.68 seconds in the box for the 56. I don't know if he had a little bit of damage he was trying to correct, but losing some track position in that cycle. But he's not wasting any time trying to take it back as he's up to 7th.
Yeah, I correct myself. Terzak was not sitting back there. He was fidgeting back there waiting to get going.
Colt, we got a new leader. Christian Strader has cleared Zach Millett. Not too dissimilar from the opening laps here at Phoenix when McCann took the top spot from the 31 in the first few laps. I think this is all part of the strategy for Zach Millett. Save that right front in the early runnings. We've heard a lot of guys talk about how it's all about the first 10 laps of the who operates later on.
If I'm Christian Strader, I am panicking. In my head, I'm thinking, what is Zach doing? Why did he let me go? And what am I doing wrong at this point? Because we saw what happened earlier with Zach Miller getting past the lead. He came back, passed the leader back, and just ran away. So Strader's just thinking, do I run away?
That never
Do I go
passed
as
me.
fast as I can, hope for a caution, or do I just stop at 31 and manage my pace just like he's doing and hopefully outlast him on the tires?
Strader back across start finish here. Lap 91 goes.
Another caution right here. Be beautiful.
Final side-by-side break. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
Outside. You're clear high. Clear high.
I got the oldest set of tires out of all these guys.
The leader just did a 28.192. Inside. Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Still there.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic
All
Management
clear,
is
all
your
clear.
one source for all your shipment needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full service in-house brokerage, drop-off facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC series. Kyle Steffens, UMP modified and Silver Crown driver, and William Gundinger, Outlaws later. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net. Find us on Facebook.
Someone can bring that caution out now.
I'll nominate you.
Well, then I don't want it.
Chris is going to spin Gavin out here in a second.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't care too much. As long as I don't hit nothing else. Hope we can somehow get Wasaki and Wally to wreck here.
Need insurance coverage that's built for speed? Frank Yea's office in South Charleston has your back. Whether you're blazing down the highway, protecting the home you've built, or setting up a legacy for your family, we've got the coverage you need. Auto, home, life, fast, simple, and made for you. Scan the QR code on your screen now to explore all our services and start a free quote today. Save it for later.
While I'm out here in no man's land, I finally got a feel for that flat corner using the paint. Wow, there's smoke. What the heck happened? Up by the start-finish line.
Somebody hit the wall. I've seen that several times.
28.586.
Now I see cars.
Back at Phoenix Raceway, your leader is Christian Strader by just a 10.5 over Zach Miller.
Even if we had two sets left,
back on.
we wouldn't be in a bad spot.
Real quick, the schedule running the season down here. Just a few more to go. Next week we'll be at Pocono Raceway for the 3 wide with DJG 200. Closing out the season June 16th. Homestead Miami Speedway for the Fast Laps 175. Battle is on for the top spot. Millet down low. A little bit of tire smoke there in the atmosphere. Don't know who that was from. We stay green nonetheless.
I believe that's a haze over the track. I've been watching that lately, but yeah, there goes Zach Millet. Trader's thinking, oh, I should have saved the tires just a little bit longer. He's fighting back on the outside.
It's clear Millet.
with trying to get him to overdrive. The best thing Strader can do right now is just run his line, run his pace, make Millet work around him.
Colt, I'm pretty sure the smoke in pit lane is from one of these two cars, maybe not.
Somebody having a barbecue on pit road.
David Warmoth in the chat says, I absolutely was born with the wrong last name. It most definitely should have been Beers. That's a real name too, Google it. Trader doing a good job holding off Zach here.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was pretty impressed. I think Zach is obviously just taking care of his stuff. He's got clearly the fastest car. Doesn't need to overdrive it. But Strader also
there's a mistake.
Car 31.
Strader up the racetrack, opened the door real wide for Millet. Or was it a mistake? He's going to carry some speed off of turn number 2.
You can see Strader couldn't quite get the nose of the car to point as early as he wanted to. If he could have got the car a little straighter a little earlier, he'd have been able to clear Millet down the straightaway.
The leader just did a 28.779.
Millet trying the shortcut, couldn't quite get clear, but now powers up. He'll have it here on 2.
Let's say we've seen this before with one of these same drivers who lifts out of the corner.
So Zach Millet back to the race lead here. 105 laps go up on the board. 71 to go. Doug Sweeting running in P3, having a solid points day. Sweeting, 5th place machine in the point standings coming into tonight. Speaking of points, it's Zach Millet with the lead. 153 ahead of 2nd place, Garrett Johnston. Ryan McCann 3rd, TJ Majors 4th. You will fall some spots here tonight. Did not make the grid this evening. Chuck Sweeting 5th, Jason Nilgus 6th, Kyle Hardy 7th. Real quick, 8th, 9th was Brent Butler and Steve Durbin, 10th in the standings on the season.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear.
I don't know why I'm racing him this hard. Just because I'm bored.
We're almost 30 laps. Was able to cycle out no slow cautions like we typically see with the mid-race yellow, where cautions to green cautions. I'm wondering if this is where McCann and where Hinson can play out their strategy just a little bit. It's not going to be as effective now with Millet having a fresh set of tires, but there is a possibility that he could still try that 2-stop strategy.
Well, he don't want none of it.
60 laps on that last tire stint. Yes, there was one caution blending into that. We've got just
a good battle in front of me here.
Right now, say 67 laps to go, if my math is right, which usually it's not. And he still has 2 sets sitting over the wall. Yeah, McCann's got 3 sets sitting over the wall, but I just don't see the circumstances where that's going to come to benefit the 3 at all.
I think he's mad, Brian.
He's racing.
At that point, you would have to run so much harder.
I don't think he's mad. He's probably enjoying it.
He's probably running about 70 to 80% of what he could run. That would mean McCann would need to run probably 90-95% for the rest of the race, almost non-stop, and that would be go like crazy, go as hard as you can, pit, come out, get your tires warm, and then go as hard as you can again. As the 3 and 39 of Hinson, they have swapped places. McCann has been leading that strategy all night long.
McCann has lost a spot since the restart. He's only lost 1. Runs in behind Gavin Hinson. Chris Wally there in the 18th position, not on the lead lap. Wally, the first car, one lap down, though.
And it just goes to show how difficult it is to pass here at Phoenix. McCann was able to, you know what, now that I think about it, I was thinking about that a little more. McCann took the waiver. He is on the original set of tires that he took when he hit it under green, so talk about just a string of bad luck for the 3 car.
Time will tell. Barring any major complications, though, this one continues to run green to the end. I just don't see how anyone's going to run down the 31 tonight.
Well, somebody wreck.
Dave Warmuth in the chat says, what's the fuel mileage? Unfortunately, one of the few races that we don't know the actual fuel window. We do know that it's a 75% load. They went as far as 60 laps. Again, there were some caution laps mixed into that before anybody really had to pit. So I'll say at least 60.
The car behind is pitting.
Yeah, and Steve, for Zach Miller, he's just off on a Senate drive. There's a distinct lack of orange in the field, if you know what I mean, that could hinder him. So he's just kind of off on his own right now, not really having to worry about anyone else.
Well, we did make mention TJ did not make the race here tonight. I don't know if it was schedule conflict or one reason or the other. Nevertheless, the 6 did not take the green flag. Carson Quapple not here either, but he's been kind of part-time anyway. He's really the only guy that of that mix has been a full-time competitor in the IROC Challenge Series, but sometimes things come up. Steve Gerben out pit lane.
All clear, all clear.
Stay the inside here, Chuck. Don't let you up right here.
8.942.
I've been noticing this the last couple of pit stops. Check out the helmet on Durbin.
Can't believe Dick Roll strategy. Good race for me.
That might be the greatest helmet I've ever seen.
Fueling up now should get it to the
Warmuth in the
finish.
chat says, so they need to make one more stop. Yeah, that's basically how it's adding up. If it runs green to the end. These guys, good majority of them had at least a couple of sets of tires still sitting over the wall. So, situation where we get some cautions, we're going to see some more stops. Tires meaning so much here tonight. And much like we saw at the end of the long run previously, Millett continues to expand the gap back to second place, and that position has recently changed as Chuck Sweeting swaps up to the second spot with Strader.
Just having a really quiet night tonight, just slowly working his way up, all the way to second place now.
Josh Mears running into 4th position. Solid qualifying effort here tonight. He started 4th, he runs 4th, but really putting a full race together here. So far, so good for the 36 as he's in a 4-wheel drift off turn 2.
I believe he had a pretty good run last week.
3, 2,
that was Charlotte,
1.
I believe.
Right here.
That's a pretty good pace there as well.
Last week was Vegas.
One of the 1.5 mile tracks.
Another guy's having a good night. Stephen Luttrell. Running P5 from 15th.
All right, that's it. Go.
I can't say anything about Steve because if something happens to him, he will come find me. Ryan McCann on pit road.
So with about 60...
First time I've seen you all night.
To go? No. 56 laps to go. Told you, my math's not that good. But this would be the final stop, I think, for McCann. I think he thinks he can make it to the end here on fuel that runs green to the finish. Kind of working a little undercut here, trying to gain some ground. He's one of the first drivers, I think, to make a pit stop under this green flag run.
Now McCann's got to make a decision. Does he go really hard, push the car, push the tires, try to get as much room on Millett as he can so he can offset and make it as he tried to manage his tires and hope that maybe there's a caution, catches Millet behind, and he has at least a fighting chance to restart up near the front.
The leader just did
Robbie Adams in the chat.
.004.
Reading Brian McCann's mind. He says, I think the squirrels are parked on pit road and that McCann and Hinson should try and pit early. They're bleeding time to the leader. And as soon as I saw that comment, it was about the time that McCann was leaving pit road.
Clear low, clear low. Got one inside. Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
See, I'm not the only comment section.
Clear low, clear low.
We'll take it.
Outside.
Chuck's
You're
reading
clear
a
high,
little bit of
clear
distance
high.
between himself and Strader.
His lap time isn't too far off of the race leader, Zach Millett. Sweeting ran a 29.13. Millett was a 29 flat.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.4 seconds.
I'll stay high.
Oddly enough, Strader was quicker that time than Sweeting. Not by much, but enough.
Thanks, Doug.
The car
Dave
behind you
Wormuth
is
in the
pitting.
chat says TJ's trying to talk the iRacing programmers to spray Pam on Millett's pit.
Got one outside.
Thank you, sir.
All clear, all clear.
Chris Harrison on pit road. Final stop for the 71. Gavin Hinson remains on the speedway in the 11th spot. Waiting to see if the 39 makes a trip down for his final stop of the night. He's trying to get the more life out of those tires before he does so.
Robbie Adams in the chat pointed out earlier that Hinson also took the wave around with Brian McCann. So they, up until McCann's recent pit stop, they were on the same set of tires.
Got one inside.
At least in terms
Stay high.
of tire age.
Clear low, clear low.
Kurzak's starting to come a little bit more to life here. He's up to P6. Kurzak does have some right front damage. I'm not sure when he received that, if that was the reason he was on pit lane for as long as he was, or if that happened after the fact.
3.1 seconds.
That looks to me like a little too early on the gas.
Outside.
Couldn't quite get it to turn.
Still there. All
You see
clear,
how
all
high
clear.
up he's
Got
running
one
in
outside.
3 and 4.
Stay low.
Thank you.
You're clear high, clear high.
Me too.
Outside.
I wasn't going to correct
The
you.
leader just did a
I read the wall that time.
9,
Big white block that says turn 1, turn 2, turn 3,
Stay
turn 4.
low. All clear, all clear.
I looked at
Outside.
the track map to make sure I was correct, and as the words were
Stay
coming out
low,
of my
there's a
mouth,
car
I
on the
was
high
actually
side. You're clear high, clear
should
high.
have corrected myself.
You do win, people will start to believe you.
Story.
Most of our top 5 pretty well separated from each other right now, but that's not really the case back here with Casey Bentz as Brian McCann's working through, though he is not on the lead lap now. He does have those fresher tires. Cameron Brownlow, that is a position. Devin Aker, number 96, into the top 10. Mike Koch, right behind him. So these are all positions here on the racetrack. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Thank you.
Gavin Hinson in 11th. Rich Keeter says the dog leg is even labeled dog leg. Just in case you needed an extra reference there, Cole.
I appreciate it, yeah. It's hard, reading is harder.
Dave Wormuth says, I'm a little. I think he meant to say I'm a little lit. Been hitting my cooler hard. It's my birthday, beer, steak, and racing. Happy birthday to me. Well, happy birthday, David.
You take 4, Brian, or 2?
The car in front is pitting.
Well, if you need a place to cook, according to Robbie Adams, Gavin Hinson's tires have to be cooked. So just throw a steak on one of those tires and pull it off.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the flavor of that. Kyle Turzak comes to pit lane for his final stop.
Hinson on pit road as well.
Right, they ain't pitted yet. The tale of two cities tonight for those two cars. Turzak starting in the back, working his way to the front. Hinson starting in the front, unfortunately caught in a bad strategy and stuck in the back, but working his way up all night.
Four tires and he's down and away. Hinson wraps up his stop, 14.95 the top. He's just coming to his box. Thought he was already done with that.
The car in front is pitting.
We always joke about it, but I love how focused the crew members are.
Zach Millett continuing to slowly stretch the lead now, 4.6 seconds back to second place Chuck Sweeting. Sweeting kind of doing the same to Strader. 10 car lengths in the rears. Slade Benish now on pit lane. Rich Keeter asking, does anyone take two here and try and leapfrog the final pit stop? I don't know. I don't think there's much. You might be able to gain a lot of track position, but it's just not going to be fast enough. Maybe if you had a late restart, maybe a green-white checkered and there wasn't a ton of guys on the lead lap, you could give it a go and see what you can pick up. I still don't think it'd be a winning move.
Yeah, I don't think that's... Personally, I don't like that strategy because you are still dragging the left side tires a lot here and taking from someone who was running P3 and threw a race away because he took two tires and wrecked right about where Stephen Luttrell is right now because it upsets so much that it's almost undrivable. So yeah, I think you either go 4 or you don't take any tires at all. And I don't even think that's a viable
right here, Mike.
unless you have just not touched the brake pedal the entire night and not turned the wheel the entire night.
Chris Wally on pit lane, making his final stop of the night.
Outside. You're clear high, clear high. You got one inside. Just keep hitting your mark. All right, looks like you're in the top 10. Clear low, clear low.
Now Casey Benz from the top 10. Evan Vecchia also on pit lane.
You guys have been needing 2 solid nights tonight. What you got to execute here, don't speed, don't slide through your box.
No location.
Can't get the number 1 pit stall. The one Casey Benz has is the next best thing. Now Chuck Sweeting from second place will be on pit lane. Final stop of the afternoon as long as we stay green for the 75 of Chuck Sweeting. Maybe we'll get an answer to our questions here. Does Sweeting dare take rights only?
He came in, he was about 4 seconds behind Zach Millett. Could make up the difference, but Millett will catch you at the end.
The leader just did up.
No, he's going to go for it.
9.127.
Tires and fuel for Chuck Sweeting. Not going to chance
outside.
it. Take the good points tonight he's got going.
All clear, all clear.
Mike Koch in the pits. Green flag pit stops here. As the laps wind down at Phoenix Raceway. Millett's still out on the racetrack.
Sweeting was the only one who could have pulled off 2 tires and got ahead of Millett, potentially got ahead of Millett. Everyone else, they'll still be behind him.
You got one inside.
36 pitting.
Really slow. You see the tire disadvantage.
The leader is
right
pitting
now.
Dave Ormuth in the chat says if your car's really tight, 2 right sides will loosen you up for short runs. Yeah, sometimes it does, but we have seen a lot in this B car that's not always the case. It's kind of varied from track to track. I've seen that strategy work at places like Charlotte, but I think some guys tried it last week at Vegas, and it really didn't help them. Here comes Zach to pit lane. Race leader on pit road.
He was coming in hot there on pit road.
Zach Millett style. It's burned him once this season. Got a pit road speeding penalty that burned him pretty bad. It's a very rare sight to see out of the 31, though. Not very often that we actually see that happen. He uses every little bit of mile an hour to get on the pit lane, and it works almost all the time. Strader, Mears, Luttrell, Brownlow deciding they're going to come down in the leader pits. They're all coming to the attention of their crew. Their final pit stops. Right side's on the Strader mobile. Right side's only for the 29.
You're up the pit.
Well, it's still going to pull away.
Well, has
I think
taken
he
the
is
lead.
trying to jump the 75.
The leader is heading now.
Tim Schofield has cycled to the race lead. Remember, he was involved in a crash earlier on tonight, but he's going to pick up some laps led here late at Phoenix. Schofield hasn't pit since lap 84, however. He will need to make one more stop. And here it comes. So that'll move to 56, Kyle Terzak to the point.
At this exact moment, Terzak is thinking, please give me a caution, because that's Zach Millett directly behind him. That would trap him and Sweeting a lap down.
Inside.
Sorry, Sweeting is in fourth position. That would trap Zach Millett a lap down.
Yeah, and Terzak came down and pitted lap 131, so he came down a little sooner trying to undercut it down the race lead, but he's not going to be able to hang on to it as Sweeting gets through. Millett now tucks in behind, the top three all in the frame. McCann, though, has cycled up to P4, so he's gained a bunch of spots here in that strategy.
Still running pretty decent lap time.
The leader just did a 27.
Took 2 tires on the first car lap down, it looks like.
Excuse me, that was Millett and Sweeting were for position. Terzak, I can read.
Has taken the lead.
Interestingly enough there, Colt, that 28.89, almost 8/10 slower than Chuck Sweeting ran the last time by.
Sweeting does have significantly fresher tires. And Zach Millett going for the lead on Sweeting.
29 laps to go, the 31 back to the race lead.
And I don't know if Zach caught Chuck Sweeting in a bad
You're
spot
losing
there,
on the
but
caution
still wouldn't be too bad.
9 seconds.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a caution.
I don't know, Steve. If I'm in Sweeting's position, yeah, I want to get a good point tonight, but a win's a win. And you know the 31's just going to drive away from you. I feel like you would want to play defense a little bit more.
Now, Millett's got 4-lap newer tires at 75.
Yes, sir.
Clear low, clear low.
The other side of this, too, is he's kind of right at that point. We saw Millett do it a couple of times tonight where he ran a couple of hot laps and then let the guy go. First it was McCann, and then I think it might have actually been Sweeting or Strader the next time through. And then 5, 10, 15 laps later.
My left sides are still at 94%.
Maybe Sweeting trying to save a little bit here.
How does it drive?
Just a little bit looser. It feels good.
One in P3. Strader with his 2 tires running 4th.
Interesting. He did not leapfrog Chuck Sweeting.
I'd recommend it.
But I do think those 2 tires kept him ahead of the 3 of Brian McCann and the 39 of Gavin Henson, who's hanging out in P6 right now. Good recovery for both of these guys. It's been a long night for them.
$15 cars still on the lead lap here at Phoenix. Evan Vecchia, the last car on the lead lap. Timmy Schofield now after his pit stop. First car 1 lap down.
Thank you.
Got 3 cautions tonight for only 8 laps. Zach Millett continues.
Now Evan's the first car lap down.
Millett's been out in front for 109 laps of 150 run.
multi-lap traffic play a little bit more of a factor than we've seen all night long. He'll get more and more spread out. There's still kind of clumps of cars. We see Vecchia here.
28.347.
Looking for the number. Didn't quite catch the number of the green car ahead of him, but it's kind of caught those two at an odd position.
I think that's
going to dump a lot of dirty.
That's Zachary Cleek in the 11.
Cleek's far enough ahead. He's not affecting the 31 just yet, but man, Sweeting is stuck right behind Evan Vecchia. Did get him in a good spot where he could pass him.
Did you ever end up trying shifting
the car for a few corners?
Nah.
Keep digging.
Robbie Adams in the chat says, if you think Millett's lead was just that big, if we get a caution here late, no telling what happens. I'd love to see one. I know my boy Hinson would.
Yeah, caution comes out from here on out. I'm throwing my notebook.
Yeah, it's everybody comes down for tires.
And one probably won't.
The chips fall where they may.
Now we see he is affecting the 31 just a little bit. Millet not able to break that bubble. I don't know if he's just managing Millet, that is, or if Cleek's running just fast enough that it's really upsetting the airflow to the 31.
Well, Cleek has 1 lap older tires, and Millet still stretched his lead to a 2.5 plus here, so he's not going to be overly anxious to clear the 11. He'll do it when he has the perfect run to do so. No sense in forcing the issue, heating up the tires, or risking a crash.
Well, it helps too that Sweeting is still stuck behind Evan Vecchia. I'm not sure what happened, if Sweeting is just pacing himself or if Vecchia...
I will say, I don't think I was setting fire with my fastest lap times of the night,
behind the 7th
but I think the track position gain was worth it.
Still there? Hold your line. Stay high. Clear low, clear low.
Millet leads with 20 to go into turns 3 and 4. Sweeting back by 2 full seconds, and it's Christian Strader in P3.
I think we're going to get a top 10.
Turzak, starting to run.
Nonetheless.
Interestingly enough, though, Turzak much sooner than Strader, though he did take
it's unfortunate,
it's going to be a good comparison to see how effective that 2-tire change.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Turzak can get around
it's
it.
Unfortunate, though.
Yeah, it sounded good. I think we should hear it a third time.
Those 2 tires are not.
I think next time I'm not going to listen to you on your pit strategy.
But he's been able to maintain P3 right now.
Honestly, if I would have got tires, I don't think I would have got into that mess.
Josh Mears, P5.
You see this dude right here?
Down the spot.
He cannot get by me.
And back to now 7.
He got way fresher tires than I got.
Steve Luttrell, Casey Bentz, Mike Koch, the top 10. Robbie Adams goes, no way this goes green.
I thought we were going to have more cautions the way things started out.
Cautions in iRacing, unfortunately, but I don't know, anything can happen. Try and see if we can find some exciting battles on the track to see where the potential crashes could be. You never know, it could be between the leader and a lap car. That's happened this season already.
I can't believe this dude can't get by me.
It's happened to Zach Millet already.
He pitted around the same time 36 did.
Benish drops down the low side of the racetrack. I thought maybe he was letting Zach go. He's way down the track, but he's just defending aggressively now. Benish back to 14th. He was trying to stay on the lead lap.
Benish could have stuck his hand out the window net, grabbed the pit wall as close as he was to it.
Oh, Benish needs to take it back.
I need to race more than once a week.
Zach's got to be thinking, would you people leave me alone?
Got to kind of hand it to Slade Benish, though. It's a long race. He was up there battling for position with Millet earlier. Now he's going down a lap. He really didn't want to lose that lap. Really thought about diving it in there and taking the spot back, but Just can't hang with the 31 right now. Finish on much older tires.
Where's second place in points at? Garrett Johnson. Is he?
Dave Well using my favorite quote.
Is he even racing tonight?
You will follow the leader from Larry Mack.
Said that a bunch in this.
I don't see him in here.
Broadcast booth.
Well, that was my initial thought when we saw Zach Millett go on the pit road. It seemed like everybody and their grandmother followed him down, and I'm thinking, man, at least offset maybe 1 or 2 laps. I would think you'd want to pit before him, but the same lap as him, you're just giving him more of an advantage.
Even with all that, though, even late in the run here, Millett has shown a propensity to be able to stretch out his lead over equal tires, let alone later on in the run. And I don't know if it would really make much of a difference. I mean, caution, that changes a lot of things. Maybe you stay out if everybody else comes down. If you don't have to make one more stop, maybe you play that game.
It'd be real nice of you if you let me have 6, being you led me the wrong way.
Comes out here, no matter what Zach Millett does, the field's going to do the opposite.
Well, you didn't challenge it.
Road, there's going to be at least 4 or 5 guys that stay out.
Hey, man.
And vice versa.
Forget about that.
He's in a no-win situation if caution does come out.
I gotta have somebody to blame.
So in my mind, I blame you.
We're at Millett's 22 laps on this set of tires. Sweeting 26. Strader's 21. Terzak a bit more at 32.
When you get here, I'm gonna race you hard.
And at 45.
10 to go.
Well, we're gonna both get wrecked by the 82 if you do that.
Coming down for a set of tires. They can
be good.
Caution here for certain. Again, down
yeah, but we'll get a caution.
15 cars still on the lead lap.
Well, it's no good for jump.
12. Cameron
just don't hit the wall.
7. Out right now. Just say a caution comes out right now.
I cannot believe this guy.
If Millett,
he could not do anything.
Sweeting and Strader and Terzak at least stay out. I think McCann follows.
He might be eating a sandwich right now. You don't know what he's doing.
He starts next to him and tries to beat him on a restart. Same for Henson. Luttrell and Bentz, I think, also come down pit road as well as Koch. Now, if you flip it and Millett stays out, Chuck Sweeting is going to come down pit road. Kyle Terzak is going to try to beat him outright. Josh Mears, I think, is going to come down pit road. McCann, Henson, Luttrell, they're all going to come down and pit. Vince and Koch, they might stay out.
Or you look at the other side of the corner.
You're going to be able to get here so we can race?
He goes with him. Those guys behind him, Sweeting and Strader and Terzak, I think any one of those guys on a very short run could potentially still contend with Zach Millett. Just because it's equal footing doesn't mean Zach's necessarily going to walk away with this.
The top 6
guys have been fast. They've shown it.
All their motors blow up.
And we saw this might be an opportunity for us to see if Millett
nationwide internet outage
laying back in those early laps of each run, or it was just how the car was handling. Maybe he's vulnerable.
I got that dude off my bumper so I can do my little moves right there.
It can go a lot of different ways. Of course, we need to see that yellow for fruition.
I would imagine Gavin is like grabbing as much roll bar padding and throwing it out the window that he can. Got a few guys taking part in some sports betting.
7 acre now down a lap. That leaves us with the top 10.
28.
Oh, yeah. Lead lap cars with 6 laps to go. Mike Koch now in the last.
Got me in your sights.
I gotta give it to Mike though. He's had a pretty solid night. He avoided that early wreck that happened right in front of him just by standing on the brake pedal and stopping in the middle of the track to avoid it. And still has a clean car for the most part.
Yeah, Mike's still got a rapid to chase too here as Casey Bentz is just about a car length and a half ahead of him. Yeah. He just disappeared from frame as he cut the dog leg.
Felt too good. I knew it did.
Taste that dirty air. Steven's going to come back up and get you.
Whether it's 9 through 10, still a pretty good night for him.
He's trying.
Millett's got some lap traffic to contend with here. Chris Wally next, then it's Doug Wysocki, and then that same battle we were just watching, Casey Bentz and Mike Koch.
Chuck Sweeting is taking a sweet time getting through the lap traffic, though. Right now, there is 4 cars between Zach Millett and
You have about
Millet's
5
got to
laps
get
still
through 3
left.
more cars, but once he does, it's clear sailing for the rest of the race.
Barring a caution.
Two to go.
Hey, though, Zach can lock this one in and pick up win number 6 on the season. It's sure going to feel good. A dominant performance here tonight. Put it on pole. He's led the most laps.
Outside.
3 more to go to secure the deal.
And especially after the unfortunate end he had to his race last week at Vegas. Had a pretty dominant car and unfortunately was taken out. This would be a good redemption arc for him.
2 laps to go for Zach Millett. Watch the battle with Mike Koch and Casey Bentz still.
All right, man. White flag.
One more car to get clear of. That's the 51 of Chris Wally. Wally in the 17th position. This would be, I think, 2 laps down for Wally.
You got one inside. Stay high. Clear low, clear low.
Final lap. Caution can't help him now.
Good job, Zach.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Chuck. Good racing, guys.
Zach doesn't even need to pass Wally. He can just sit back here and
This race was much more peaceful. I
not do anything.
can't put my finger on why.
2 more corners and bring it home.
Son of a gun.
Right to the back bumper. Chris Wally gives him a shot just to remind him, hey, I'm right here, buddy. Get out of my shot.
Good win, man.
I bet my tire was like
3 and 4 for the
10%.
final time. Checkered flag is waving.
Yeah, I don't think mine was too happy either.
The Mets Church Shop 175 belongs to the driver, number 31, Chuck Sweeting. Will come home in the
56,
second
not
spot.
bad.
Christian Strader takes
Trying to meet the
P3.
standard.
Millett
Like, that was a
leading
good battle.
30,
Terrible
strategy.
175
I'll take
laps
it.
tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get that. So, good job.
Bournemouth making an
Terrible
excellent
strategy
point. It's
by
not always
Brian
about
McCann.
winning. It's about maximizing
Nah,
your
wasn't me.
finish
Who
on
was
the
that
bad
guy?
days.
It was fun.
I think that's what Brian McCann and Gavin Henson definitely
I
did
don't
tonight.
know, man.
Uphill climb for both of them.
I'll just
ain't
listen to
listening
you.
him no more.
I'll listen to
Zach
you
Millett,
next
I mean,
time.
just dominant performance
That's right.
tonight.
We'll do that.
Speaking of, where are we racing?
Somewhere. Pocono.
Oh, I like that track.
I imagine you'll probably see a wreck or two there.
Why can I not read that? So like, yeah, Pocono and then Homestead. All right, y'all have a good one.
Oh, yeah, Nil just was playing bumper tag with
Yep.
Hardy, and he just pushed him right into me. That was brilliant.